myself, but I'm gonna give you guys the budget variant of the Shaddoll deck profile that I told you. Now I am playing a non-budget card in a couple of non-budget cards in here, but I will explain on this. I'll kind of explain what you can do to replace that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the deck profile. We're gonna start out with 3 Windy. It is the best starter in the deck. It just sends and then it can set anything you want, and then its flip effect does come up sometimes. So if you're like in late game and you need some link climbing material, it's just there. 3 Squidmata. Now Squidmata just kind of helps fuel for your Shaddoll Schism, and then it can just kind of help you set up for your 1 card combo. So I do max these out at 3 because this is a budget variant, so we're not going to be playing like the Majesty stuff. We're not going to be playing the Alistair stuff, as it is kind of a little bit more out of our price range. 2 is the Mathematician. I think this is just a really good normal summon because you can dump pretty much any Shaddoll from the deck into the grave, and it really goes great with the new Link monster that just come out in Genesis Impact, which I'll showcase in a few. 2 Ariel, blowout card. It does it's a DD Crow plus a Shaddoll built into 1. 1 Falco. This will be a second Schism, but you know what? We can't. Okay, so I'm gonna be personally playing this build, so it will be a second Schism. It's just when you're playing on the budget, just play this, or you can play the second Resh. 1 Dragon, and 1 Hedgehog, and 1 Beast. Now, this is the utility line I'm gonna go with, but I am gonna cut that. Like I said, I will cut the Falco. Because I'd rather play 2 Schisms because we want to respect Cosmic Cyclone. And okay, 1 Trick Clown. I'm not playing the damage record because I don't think there's no need in it. And on top of that, Trick Clown just kind of does everything you need. If you need a rolling climb, if you just need it to get an extra body on board, it's just there. Now, I know there's gonna be some controversy over this, but you can really afford these because they're not. This package right here is inexpensive, and it's 1 Ecclesia, 1 Maximus. The Ecclesia searches your punishment or searches the Maximus, and the Maximus that gets your Apoclones rolling. Now I know what somebody's gonna be like, well, if you can't afford $25 to make your deck better and to give your deck a higher ceiling, then I guess you can go with the damage juggler. Then you can add like maybe another beast, or you can add another you can add another beast, or you can play the 3rd Mathematician. That's just going to be up to you, but I think that you should spend kind of a little bit of money that's not going to like really kill the bank and actually try to make your deck a little bit more valuable. And the only hand trap I play in the main deck is the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. I know these are German First Edge. You can buy the combo structure there for like $8, $9, $10, and I think it's $8, $9, $10 for that maximum go. So Ash Blossoms are easy to get your hands on at this point. For the fusion lineup, I play 3 Super Poly. Controversial choice, I'm only playing 2 Shaddoll Fusion and 2 of the Shaddoll Fusion. And the reason behind this is that you have to respect Ash Blossom in this format. Ash Blossom is really good in this format, so if you're relying too much on this to start your combo off, it's incorrect when this can't be ashed. So I definitely recommend playing 2, 2, 3. It just gives your deck a higher ceiling. Now, I will be having a Majesty deck profile this coming out very soon. I just don't have them at the moment. So for 1 of those, I'll play 1 Foolish Barrel. It just can actually it can do 2 purposes. It can be a starter, it can be an extender, or it can just be a bait if you don't want to bait Ash. If there's something that you have going on in your head and you fear Ash, it's stop right there for you. For the trap lineup, because this is Trap Dolls and we are on a budget, I play 3 Detrimtal Tribute. Now everything you see here is going to be pretty much max rarity than what I own, but a lot of this stuff comes with common print, so that's why I'm saying this budget. 2 of the Sinister Shadow Games, 2 Dynamiscus, 2 Punishment. Now, you can, if you choose to not play the Dogma engine, you can actually just bump these up some too if you don't want to play more of the monster count. I know somebody's gonna be asking why you're not playing 3 Punishment. I don't play Natis in this deck. Now, if I had the room, I would play the 3rd Sinister Shadow Games, as it is good. and it's really good, this format. I don't want to play, now the Dynamiscus is another story. I just don't want to just get clunked up on a lot of I know it's once per turn, but I just only want to see it when I need to see it. Now, the card I told you that I play in here, because this is my personal build that you can change, is Ice Dragon's Prison. Now, at one point this was budget. They have gone tremendously up in price, but there's some good options that you can choose over Ice Dragon's Prison and Solemn Warning, Solemn Strike, Solemn Judgment. And the Solemn Cousins is really good this format. Like I had stated before, if you want to play levels of a monster count, you can up the punishment, you can up the Sinister Shadow games, or you can just choose to just play maybe just another extender like Monster Reborn. That is completely fine. This is your budget build. You choose it. You could play 2 more hand traps if you want to. A good hand trap this format is you can play Nibiru, you can play Lancey, you can play Ghost Ogre, but I choose to play this because I can afford it, and it was affordable at one point. And this card right here can stop Rogue in its track and make them blow up. But you know, we are on a budget, so there's a couple options that you have. And to wrap up the main deck, we're going to play 1 of each of the track. This will be going to 2. This will stay at 1 for the combo or the recycling purposes. Like I said, you do need to respect Cosmic Cyclone in this format if you're playing dolls. And when you're playing this variant, you don't have this kind of the secondary engine that you're going to be relying on, and you're focusing purely on the dolls and the traps to make your plays go. You got to respect that, and you should be maxing out on your good engine cards now. About the bullet, you need this. This makes this deck good. This makes this deck compete. I know it's at the time recording $22, but you know what? Spend the $22. You don't have to do it off the back. Get your structure decks, get your stuff settled, and start piecing it out. But this is a card that you should own in this deck if you're playing Shaddoll. And going on to the extra deck, I'm playing 3 Construct. Now, I'll play ultis. Again, this is my personal deck. This is all I'll be playing. You can't, everything else come in the structure deck, so you know, Construct is like pennies. 2 Apocalone. Just get off punish, send off punish, finish it. And a lot of people don't realize this effect, it can't be killed by battle, so that actually makes it as a good beater. So if you're just kind of stuck in a situation, you can just kind of set up on that, and when people go to swing at it, like, what, you died? Well, I can't die because it says it can't be killed by battle. That's where people get punished not reading their cards. 2 Window, because it locks your opponent out, makes it to where your opponent can't play. 1 Shikanaga, and this is because you are playing the Appetition. Now, I'm not going to be showing the side deck because I'm not really for sure the side deck I'm going to be playing this format, but I do know that Ghost Spell is the first thing in the side deck, so this is always makeable. So if you're in the late game resources and the worst that you have is Ghost Spell and you have 1 Shaddoll and you need to make something, this is viable. If you're playing against Zeus, just super play it away and keep going. That's it for diffusions that I play in the main deck. Play a little bit more of a Shaddoll heavy count. Now, you can cut 1 Construct if you choose to, but I just think playing 3 is just optimal on the budget build. What you could do if you wanted to change it, if you don't like this, cut this for the Shikanaga, and I guess that would be okay, especially if you're playing the 3rd punishment. And for the link ones, Armades, Gravity Controller, okay, so this is what makes this deck, the Trap Doll, is actually a little bit more combo oriented, where you can actually do what you need to do, because you can normal the Mathematician, bait what they're doing. As long as you have a fusion in hand, you can make the Mathematician, make this, and you can go Construct, go full combo. Gravity Controller, just because you can send it off at the Shizm at any. See, if you're starting this out, you can literally send any of them, make Construct, make Apocalone, make, you know, 1 of your windows, and then make this and grab whatever you need back. So that's what's cool. The good thing about the Shaddoll cards is if you're in the graveyard, you can link them off, or when they leave and hit the graveyard, you can add back a spell and trap. So that's what makes the Shaddoll cards powerful. For the link 2s, I'm playing Construct and Cross Shape, because Construct is kind of nutty, and there's a lot of times that you'll have flip monsters on the board, so you can actually make this, and it serves as your 7. It shows if you're not poly, because you can poly from hand or grave with this card. And then Cross Sheet, because you make cross sheep, and it just helps you link farm better. You can get your trick line out, or you can bring like a good example is you can bring your ecclesia back, add punishment back off ecclesia if you choose to. Okay, take that back. You can bring ecclesia back, and it helps you link climb, so you can do that if you choose to. I think it's real strong. One Celine, because one good combo you can do with this is you make the Celine, you bring back the Apiclone. This is what I was thinking before, apologize. And then you can use the Apiclone as a negate, because an Apiclone's first line of effect says negate and target a card and negate, so it's kind of super sort of. Then you go into access code talker, but then the last link there I played unicorn. Alrighty guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the new setup. I'm trying to get a little bit better with the camera quality. If there's anything to the deck you change, you can more than likely let me know. This is what I call budget. Now, access code, I know somebody's gonna be like, well, access code's expensive. Really, the only two expensive cards in the deck is these two. The rest of them are just really budget. So, if you don't want to play access code talker, you're still playing a cross sheep, so you can just replace it for Boral Sword if you want to. It probably will serve the same purpose, but I just like this because it clears boards versus just trying to hope you got a body when you swing. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys are, as always, I hope you guys are having a great day. And if you're wanting to see more, just let me know. And thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next episode.